James Dyson could be one of the best logo designers on the planet. And no, not because of the Dyson logo. I mean, look at it. It's fine, but it's basic at best. So what do I actually mean? Well, James Dyson has one single thing that could help you become a much better logo designer, a world-class logo designer at that. Now I know what you're thinking. Scott, I'm just designing logos, choosing colours for a colour palette, choosing typography and piecing everything together so it looks good. I'm not building a cyclone or a vacuum. And to that I say, you're kind of right, but also shut up. Seriously. In the nicest way possible. Here's why. Did I ever mention the first course I ever made online? Well, that course did incredibly badly. It didn't do very well at all. However, I redesigned, rescripted and reshot that course, and now that course is the best-selling and highest rated strategic branding course on the internet. And the only difference between the first course, which failed miserably, and the last version, which has been a huge success, is simply this: failing forward. Now imagine if you approach logo design this way. Exactly the same as how I did it with the course and also how James Dyson did with the Cyclone. You see, most logo designers try a couple of logo designs, and when it doesn't work, they throw in the pencil and they just basically give up. However, if you're going to master any craft, it's going to take time and you need to be open to failure. Dyson literally failed over 5,000 times trying to solve the exact same problem, but slowly but surely he got better and better at understanding the problem until he eventually found a solution. The exact same with me with the course. I found out what people liked and what people didn't like, and I redesigned things to eventually make the course perfect for somebody wanting to understand strategic branding on a very deep level. And ultimately that all comes down to failing forward. But the reality is that we are kind of preconditioned to avoid failure. But honestly, it is one of the worst things that you can do for your career and for your personal growth. Because every single failure that you have is one step in the right direction of where you eventually want to be. So if you mentally reframe failure from a negative into a positive lesson, then you're going to hunt for failure instead of avoiding it. Because ultimately, every single goal you're trying to achieve is on the other side of failure. Every single sketch that you do, every logo that you send to a client and they say you don't like it, every single time you get that feeling in your gut where you're feeling bad about how bad you are at logo design, it's completely normal. And I promise you this, every single person that you admire, especially from a logo design standpoint, has felt this same feeling as well. Throughout their career, they've probably failed hundreds or thousands of times in the exact same way, but they've learned from that lesson and they've continued to move forward. I remember I used to get super upset when a client emailed me back and said, listen Scott, we don't like any of the logos, we need to start again from scratch. I used to kick myself and think, listen, I put in so much work into this is my best work, why don't they like it? But then I started to quickly reframe things in a more positive way, and instead of saying, why don't they like it, I asked myself, what could I have done to understand the client better to ultimately get a better result first time round? And when I fully made that mental shift and I started to put the blame on myself and be accountable for everything that was happening within the logo design process, it really helped me to propel myself as a logo designer and also have a much better relationship with my clients. So if you want to be a better logo designer, stop fearing failure. Stop trying to aim for perfect, because it doesn't exist. And some days are going to be bad because you're going to fail sometimes, but it's okay. Enjoy the journey, stay the course, and you're going to get there. By the way, if you like this video and you found it valuable, YouTube apparently thinks you're going to like this one as well. So give it a click and I'll see you there. Go on, click it. Click it now, quick. The video is going to end. Click the thing.